Hey everyone, thank you for being here. This message and reading is for light workers. I haven't done this in quite some time. Usually with my readings, it's all, all inclusive, and it always is, and this is too. But I feel a very strong um, guidance here, and I feel the presence. This is interesting now because I feel the presence of Master Jesus, for one. And um, as we all know, he's sort of the healer of the ages. He walked the earth as a human being. He was a light worker. I do believe he was in, some of us are earth angels, but he embodied the spirit, the energy of unconditional love. Okay. Now, let's see what happens as this reading goes, but I do feel that strong energy. When I was in meditation this morning, there was a very, oh, okay, so I'm being guided not to tell you everything because some of that was for me, but the Empress energy came in. If you're familiar with tarot, Empress is um, she's in a spiritual sense, she's a very strong presence, a very strong um, energy, like maybe an archangel. Okay, so this Empress energy comes in because she wants to sort of say whatever that energy is, whatever she can tell us, she can tell us. There's some things we can't know. There's a lot of times we're not supposed to know some things, but there's a big something coming in. Okay, you guys, some of you have been working so hard, and it's like nonstop. Uh you've been doing your, how do I say this, light worker work, um a lot, let's just say that. And I feel like you're very, um it almost to the point where you need to lay down for a minute. It's kind of, some of us have that energy, that gift of empathy as well. I think we're empathic, and I feel like light workers are very, we can really absorb the energies of other people around us, and some of us have the gift of feeling into the energy of those who have passed. Okay, and so there, I feel like, light workers, you've been focused on healing yourself, but also you're using your gifts to heal and love others, okay, through things. And but there's something more. And I feel like there's something big coming in, a big revelation, a uncovering of some sort of gift or like spiritual purpose that is going to unfold for you. It's going to open up, and you're going to be moving in a direction that's, it adds to your sort of spiritual portfolio of what you have done and what you're going to do. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling. I feel like there is a very strong energy, and I'm feeling the presence of Jesus kind of stepping in, going, okay, okay, it's my turn. Okay, it's almost like that eager, let me tell you about this message because there is there's something here for you. Something very profound is coming in for you light workers. And I'm not saying that people that aren't light workers are not I'm not how do I say this? This message is for light workers, period. And if other people aren't light workers and they want to listen, that's great. I'm sorry for the choppy. I don't know. I just feel that presence of some kind of important message here, okay? Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a life purpose. Nobody's, I don't want to, how do I say that? Not include others. But for some reason, this message here must be for somebody, okay? So I'm going to kind of just allow Archangel Michael's here too. the Jesus energy to come in and the Empress energy to come in. Um, I feel Archangel Ariel and Haniel here. And those are two very strong, powerful angels. They're archangels, okay? And they are here because as we give of ourselves in this spiritual journey, guys, many of us know and we're humble with the gifts that we have. We know we have gifts. And we're not, I feel like this message is for those of us who have pretty much surrendered to our spiritual path, our life purpose. And we've come into this realization that we are to promote love, we are to promote healing, and we are to be in that spiritual journey, that spiritual path that leads us to ascension, more growth, etc. And in our wake, we leave behind the spiritual footprint of how Jesus did when he walked the earth, um, giving messages of love, healing others with his hands, and demonstrating selflessness. And by demonstrating selflessness, he was surrendering to God. And I don't mean, and I always say this in all my readings, by that, I don't mean give up every possession you have. See, I believe there was a profound belief long ago that you had to be poor and you had to give up everything in order to prove to God that you are doing your spiritual job, so to speak, your life purpose, right? And I don't believe that's the case. I believe that God wants us to be lucrative in spiritual energy, and we don't have to prove to God that we can sacrifice and suffer in the name of God, in the name of love. I don't think so. I believe that we are to be on this path to have a very balanced life. And so I touched on this in my last reading for Libras, okay? I believe that it's time to sort of surrender any old traditional thoughts about having it all, okay? Because God says that's part of this reward, it's part of this blessing that's coming in for us. It is that it's time to reap the blessings for giving of ourselves and for acknowledging that we are this beautiful beings of light and love on this journey. Let me just, before I do this, I'm being guided to look at this Ascended Master deck here. So, as Jesus is here, it's funny how we have, I'm sorry, my camera's moving because I'm shaking, I'm shuffling. As we envision, I'm going to say, well, I'll just say Jesus, as many view Jesus as a bearded man with a like a robe and long hair and that kind of thing. And so there's no wrong way to view these guides, these energies, and these ascended masters. However you view these ascended masters, it is that's fine, and they're here to guide us, guides, because they went through. They walked the earth too. They went through trials and tribulations. They went through times when they were exhausted. And if you remember how Jesus went to the mountain for 40 days and nights, or whatever time period that was, he had to sort of recalibrate. He had to allow the energies that he had absorbed to sort of be cleansed. And he took the time to rejuvenate so he could continue on even stronger and better, and he had to give to himself. That's why he took that respite or that break, whatever, uh, to regain that physical momentum to match his inner momentum. Do you know what I'm saying? Body, mind, spirit alignment. So for some reason, I feel like Jesus is here to say, I get it. It's exhausting to encounter energies of other people. It is exhausting um to keep moving sometimes on your spiritual journey, your spiritual path, but it's necessary to take time to, yes, stay in that energy of closeness to God, closeness to your spiritual path, your life purpose. But it's also so important to include the physical side, because otherwise your energy is sort of misaligned and you can easily fall and maybe not get up for a while because you're so exhausted. And yes, many times I have absorbed someone else's energy, and it nearly puts me in a fetal position sometimes. I'm not exaggerating with that, because we absorb those energies so much, and it's so important to realize that it's okay to take a break every now and then. Okay, as a light worker, as a healer, as a earth angel, whatever, however you want to label yourselves, ultimately what we are is healers. Um we are earth angels who walk the earth to promote love, to heal, to inspire, to whatever it is. But we have to realize that we're also that duality within us. We're also human. And so we need to take the time to pay attention to relationships, to nurture ourselves and allow ourselves to be nurtured by others. Okay. I feel like it's so important. Like, I feel that Jesus energy, and I feel the Empress energy, Archangel Haniel here too, coming in to say, don't push yourself to exhaustion. It is necessary to allow the pleasures of life in, to allow yourself to enjoy sometimes, to sort of go off the grid, so to speak, in your life purpose. um, is to be love, right? To promote love, to be a healer, to be in that unconditional place of love. But it's also important to do that for yourself as well. He's stressing that so much. I feel that energy, because I think some of you, I've had this too, where the energy comes in and I feel so out of sorts. And so it's important to realize that as light workers, as those who are here to provide a service, to lift the energy and the vibration of around you, um, to have fun, okay, as well. I learned a big lesson recently, that so many times okay, so empaths have a tendency um, to sort of, it's like we're magnets for people with challenging personalities, I'll say that. And so it's sort of like we have a tendency to get involved in relationships that are toxic, because they're drawn to that. They're drawn to that, to our energy that is love. And so they almost subconsciously see that as a weakness where they can kind of dominate. So I don't know. I feel like some of you have had that in the past, and maybe you've come out of that and walked away from something, and now you're focused on your life purpose, and so much so that you're almost afraid to go back into any relationship. And so what I hear Jesus saying here is it's so important to experience that, giving and receiving without all of the other junk in the way from the past. Okay, so as light workers, as healers, it's important for us to allow ourselves to, it's like some of us are afraid to. I'm just gonna say something funny, okay? Because this is. I don't know if you've ever listened to Sebastian Maniscalco. I'm actually gonna. I'm not. I don't know him. I'm not promoting him, but I'm gonna say his comedy. It depends what kind of comedy you like. His comedy is so, it just cracks me up. But there's one skit that he does, and this is what I'm gonna get to the point. Just hold on. So what I was saying before was that I think we're so cautious because of past relationships that were toxic that really sucked us in and dragged us down and sort of stunted our spiritual growth, right? That we're afraid now to get back into a physical relationship with someone because we don't want to go down that path again. Because we're so, and yes, you know what? It's acknowledged in the eyes of our creator that our intention is there, and we are so thankful for these gifts and to have this life purpose. But here's the thing, we're afraid to go into new relationships or to allow a best friend to come in or like that. So this, anyways, getting back to this skit, what I'm saying about this with Sebastian is there's a skit where he says, um, back in the day, it was nice and it was sort of almost expected to have someone knock on your door and just come over unannounced. It's called company, right? And so everybody would be, you know, gathered around. The kids would, everybody would go to the door, excited to see who was there. You'd have maybe a little treat for someone, some coffee, whatever. People would come in and visit, whatever. Now, in this day and age, and I can attest to this, I've done it myself. When someone knocks on the door, everybody gets quiet. The TV goes off, the lights go off, everybody goes, shh. Okay, who is it? And so, and then you peek out the window. You don't quite want to look out because you're afraid they'll see you, but you don't know. People are more afraid now, okay, to let someone into their home, to open the door because you just don't know. And so this actually has happened to me and my daughter before. If someone knocks on my door at night, I'm very afraid sometimes because it's just, her and I in the house. So it it's almost, I wanted to use that. If you get a chance, watch Sebastian Maniscalco. He's funny. But that skit reminded me just now of what I was talking about, how we as light workers, we're so afraid that we're going to slip on our path and go back into some sort of toxic relationship and get sucked down into that again and stunt our growth again. But here Master Jesus says, have faith in yourself. We have more faith in you than that. That happened for a reason. You learned a lesson, but now you're stronger. You are focused on your journey, on your path, but we don't want you to be unbalanced now. Before you were stunted in your growth because you were so absorbed in that energy. You so wanted to help that person and and make everything great and heal and make that relationship perfect, make that person, you know uh happy and please that person. But it came to that place where you just couldn't do it anymore because they just weren't, it just didn't work. um and in doing that, all of your energy was focused on that. And so Jesus says, now you're sort of on the other end of it, where you're only focused on your journey, and that's great. It's great to be focused on your journey, on you, of healing, of all of that. But don't forget that you are needed in certain areas of your life. People coming into your life, you're needed for a reason. You're stronger now. You've learned from lessons from the past. Don't shut people out because you're afraid. You and this is where the Empress energy comes in. So she's here, this Empress female energy. I don't know. I'm seeing her as a female. So Archangel Haniel sort of is like, and I'm also feeling the energy of Isis, who is a goddess energy. Okay, I'm feeling the strength of this. If you're a male listening, this isn't just for female, okay? Because we all have male and female energy within us. So I feel the energy, the powerful energy of these powerful uh, feminine energies coming in. Jesus balances it out because his energy is sort of a male. I do believe Jesus represents a more male energy, but he's also male female energy. He has that both. Okay, we all do. So I feel the very strong presence of this powerful energy. Okay, yes, I'm seeing yin and yang. So all these powerful beings, um Isis, Archangel Haniel, the high priestess as well, but also the Empress, Mother Mary. I see all of these energies here to represent and balance out with Jesus's energy too, the male female. See, yin yang. And so, Jesus, I'm gonna get to some cards in a minute, but I really feel I need to speak until it's time to do the cards. Okay, so I don't know how long this is gonna go. So this balance is here, and so it's a very interesting feeling of they want you to sort of um, come to the middle here. Okay, it's like being on a teeter-totter when you're a kid. If one kid is heavier than the other, it's not going to balance out. Okay, so, or what is it called, a seesaw, teeter-totter, whatever you want to call it. um and so Jesus says that's really needed right now. And he's saying, breathe. You can have faith in yourself. You don't have to approach this like, well, I don't trust this person. They might bring me down. No, no, no. There is no they might bring me down. You learned your lesson from the last time. The only one that can bring you down is you, if you allow it. If you allow someone else's energy to bring you down, you're stronger than that, says the Empress. And she's like, you learned your lesson. You are ready to allow someone else into your life, or whoever is guided to come into your life. You are ready. Pardon me while I take a sip of water. That energy is strong. I'm telling you, they're coming in really strong right now. Okay. And so, um, I feel like this energy here is here to inspire and encourage you to allow yourself to live, okay? Now, some of you may have come out of maybe a substance abuse issue. Maybe you were addicted or addictions, and you realize that you have a life purpose. You're on a spiritual journey, and you're afraid now. You're afraid that you'll be influenced by others to partake or to go into something toxic that you once were a part of, and that's fine for you to. It's normal for you to feel that way. But don't you realize how powerful you are? And I think some of you are coming into that. And so I feel this energy, and I feel that balance. I'm seeing, the image of Jesus. I'm seeing the image of these powerful um, feminine energies here to say, you're never going to allow that to happen again. You're never going to allow yourself to be in a situation where someone is going to take you away from your spiritual journey. Allow whoever comes in to come in, because they're going to be there for a reason. And you are strong enough, my friends, and you're protected, more than you know, now more than ever, to allow yourself to be in relationships, experience friends, or a blossoming best friendship, or just because you are afraid to look out that window with someone knocking on the door. That if you keep doing that, you're going to miss blessings. You're going to miss out on the journey. Part of the journey is a lot of the journey is joy. It is receiving blessings. It is experiencing lessons. Okay. Now, nobody likes to have a broken heart when you're in a relationship and it's disappointing. Okay. Nobody wants that. But here's the thing. If we never, I will say, get bruised, we will never, if you never experience pain, then how do you grow? You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to say we have to be in pain to grow. I'm saying lessons can be very, very intense. And so it is important to allow ourselves to open up to those lessons, even if it's, you know, part of life is, um, I'll say giving and receiving, but it's also, it's, I don't like to say when we lose somebody and they pass over to another place that it's a loss, because yes, physically we don't have them anymore, and that's painful. But part of life is, there are things in life we can't control, and that's why, light workers, on this spiritual journey, we can't control certain things that happen. It is fated things that happen. And so we have to be in that place where we sort of have to feel our way through sometimes. Sometimes we have to just allow, and trust when someone comes into our life. I don't know, this is a very strong message. I feel like for some of you, someone is changing, something's changing in regards to someone coming into your path, or a new job, or whatever it is. There, but I don't feel that. I feel it's personal relationships here, not so much career. So whatever changes come in, it's very important that we take that time to, I'm hearing, manifest, um, whatever it is that's trying to open up to you. Okay. So I feel like some of us also miss out on manifestations, because things that we have put out there to the universe, because we're focused on another person or something that we're trying to heal, or someone we're trying to heal. And so that's why they're here to say, balance, balance, balance this out. Okay. Have fun. Allow yourself. There are times when um, I'm with friends or family, and all of a sudden I think to myself, you know, I'm so sorry, guys. I've been busy all day. I haven't had a chance to sit and kind of just have my communication with you, and welcome in whatever messages you have. And then I find myself saying to myself, my guides are always going to be there. I need this time. I need this time to communicate with others. Um, and by the way, our healing path and our mission, our life purpose, isn't always about seeing, um, the effects that we're having on people, because that's why it's important too to enjoy life, to enjoy time with friends, family, even new loving romantic relationships. It's important because we are still giving even when we don't realize it. Do you understand? So whatever it is, whoever comes into your life, it could be a smile, it could be a comment, whatever it is. And we don't always have to be on, so to speak, because we automatically carry that healing energy over to everyday life. Okay. So let's try to not punish ourselves for enjoying ourselves and not giving our, every moment to meditation or guidance. It's important. And so I find myself doing that sometimes. If I oversleep, I don't have time for my meditation. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, God. I haven't had a moment. I will take the time, I promise. And we don't have to explain ourselves that way. We just have to, be in that energy. And as long as that intention is there, we are doing our spiritual mission, our life purpose, guys. Okay, 28 minutes, and I haven't done any cards. That's okay. I will speak when I'm guided, and as long as I'm guided to speak. So I might do one or two cards, and just to see what our Ascended Masters have to say. I'm just going to shuffle real quick and see if they have any. Yes, they do. Oh my goodness, look at this. What did I say? I love this when the cards, I get the chills when cards pop out of something I've just said. So look, balance, Isis, what I say about the goddess energy. That Empress goddess energy is here. And so balance is needed. Isis was I believe she was she a queen or a princess? She was an authority in somewhere in a community. And she knew how to hold her position as someone in authority and still have a loving relationship and still be focused on everything. So yes, she says you can have all of it. just be in that place and know and accept that you're so sometimes you hold yourself back from the power that you have, the gifts that you have. And sometimes gifts are waiting to open up to you, but you haven't quite gotten there yet because you're too focused on one thing when you need to open yourself up to balance. Okay, so I kind of see this wagon wheel, and I see the core of you in the center, and you know how there are spokes that go out and they hold the wheel. Like, I'm thinking of a wooden one, like if you look at westerns, and they, instead of cars, they had the wagons, right? Horses pulling the wagons. And so I see us as at the core, and all of these things, the spokes branching out to kind of help support the wheel, right? And so that's balance. That's what they're talking about. It's balance, guys. It's there's something coming for all of us, light workers, and it's coming in to enhance our gifts and to move us into another level of um, on our spiritual journey as in our life purpose. So there is, for some of us, gifts are being opened up to reveal to us. Some of those gifts have already, it's almost like a flower opening, and you can see it in slow motion and time lapse. So these gifts are sort of opening up to us, but sometimes we slow down that process because we're focused on other things. So what I'm saying here is the balance is needed so we can bring in. Sometimes people coming into our path uh, bring in certain things that trigger or open up things within ourselves that open us up to the realization of this new gift or that new gift, or a new modality of healing. Okay, so be aware of that. Thank you, Isis, for that. That's amazing. I think that's the only card from this deck that I need to use. I'm just going to open up the Sacred Spirit reading cards quickly before I end this message. Whoop, thank you. Okay. So what I get from this card here, um, you're, as light workers, okay, from lifetime to lifetime, we leave an imprint. We leave um, an energy signature. Uh, it's almost like if you ever see in a bathroom stall, it used to be that way, where you would see so and so was here. Naomi was here. Hello. So your energy here uh, leaves an imprint. Whatever we do, sometimes we don't even know we're leaving an impression on somebody else, but we do. And so what the message here is that we we naturally carry that energy of healing with us. It's like Jesus walking when he was on the earth, leaving his signature, so to speak. Jesus was here. He healed this person. He provided a multitude of fish for this village who was starving. This child who fished for the village got one fish, and then Jesus said, share that with the village. And the child was like, there's not enough. There's only one. And Jesus said, look again. And there was a multitude. So here we leave our healing and energetic signature to those in our path, in our wake. And we will leave that energy signature going forward. So we don't have to always be laser focused. Everyday life, we leave an energetic signature behind us or around us, guys. So that's what they're saying. That I think what the general summary of this message is: enjoy being a light worker, yes, but enjoy life too. Enjoy everything and know that whatever you touch, whatever is around you, you're guided, you're shielded, so you don't have to worry about someone coming in and taking away that drive, that momentum that you have to be on your spiritual journey. You are guided, you're protected, you're leaving behind you a trail of healing. So understand that, and know that you are a precious gem that is needed, especially in with everything going on today and people being in a place of fear regarding this pandemic and everything else going on. And so we need to be aware that we can walk lightly, guys. We don't have to carry a heavy burden. We have to release things and let things go. Okay? Um, I feel like this is why aircraft or even ships or whatever, you have to, there's only a certain weight limit, okay? And if you go beyond that, you have to lose some of that stuff. You have to, I'm just picturing a plane and people in a plane tossing things out because it's too heavy because a plane isn't flying efficiently or there's something wrong. That's what we are guided to do. Whatever uh, heavy burdens are here or energies here that we need, we have to lighten the load and we have to tread lightly. And I know that life can bring in heavy energy sometimes, guys. Thank you, guys. But we have to realize, in order to lighten that load, we have to allow ourselves to be lighter. Okay, so I feel like this message is winding down. um I feel like, oh, listen, this card, this is interesting. There were two romance angel cards that popped out from a deck that I didn't realize they were in a different. I was going through the deck, just looking at the deck, and these cards popped out. So I'm going to use them. I feel like they're pertinent with this. They're very important. This, what I said about relationships, okay? This situation is calling for you to have faith. So I feel like some of you, someone's knocking on your door, trying to get your attention, and they want to come in and know you. They want to love you and they want to nurture you, or they want to take care of you. They want to just be with you. This situation calls for trust. Trust in whoever is coming in your path. Trust me, if you are a light worker and you are on a divine life purpose here, your guides aren't going to let you fall fast and head, how do I say this? Fall into something that's really bad for you. Okay? They're going to protect you. Trust. All right? Because I feel like some of you, someone's coming or knocking on your door. It's somebody to support you and you to support them and heal in some way. Okay? I was talking to a friend, someone that's close to me, last night, and he said, "You know what? I feel like we were meant to be in each other's lives right now, because there's something that you do for me and give to me, and that I give to you, that just really clicks like a puzzle piece." And I said, "You know what? I agree with you. You're so right." And so look, guys, you'll miss out on opportunities if you don't let someone in. I get the cautiousness, I do. And so that's why this balance is needed here in this message. So for some of you, and this is turning, it's not a romantic reading, I'm telling you, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Now, I believe there's two scenarios here. There is somebody, a romantic relationship waiting to happen. But you're kind of like, um, it's kind of like how, is it nuns that are married to Christ? I'm not sure. And I'm not knocking that at all. God bless you if that's your life. Don't change just because of whatever, just whatever. So I'm seeing that maybe some of you are sort of have that mentality. And by all means, if that's what you're called to do, then do that. But for some of you, I think you've kind of taken on that because it's a way of protecting yourself from something new coming in, something beautiful. Because you're afraid, like I said, of that toxicity and falling into that again. But listen, there is a newness here coming in for you. And I feel like it maybe have already happened. Somebody may have already come in, but you're kind of you're keeping them at arm's length. And I feel like every time you feel romantic feelings or some kind of something stirring within you for that person, you kind of create a story in your head and maybe you have an argument, or you suspect something or whatever. Trust in this, okay? I'm telling you, if it's not meant to be, it won't. Your guides have you. They've got your back. Trust me. Um, so I believe that is it for the message. Thank you so much for being patient and listening. You are well on your way, Lightworkers. There is something new being revealed. The more you open up to a well-balanced life, the more your gifts open up to you. And then you allow yourself to open up to those gifts coming in. Because trust me, you are on this divine life purpose, and you just naturally have that energy that permeates around you, okay? So you don't have to always be on. And it is great when you're on, but you don't always have to be on. You have to make sure that you balance everything and enjoy life. That's what this journey is about. Love, joy, life, okay? Enjoy. And I hope you have enjoyed this reading. And like I said, I felt really guided and led to do this reading because it hits home for me too. So I want you guys to enjoy your day, your weekend, what's coming up next for you. And yes, by all means, continue your practices of meditation and your talking with God and your closeness and your spirituality, but allow the rest too, okay? Because I think it's going to make a big difference. I just want to say thank you all. Please thank your guides for being here. Thank you, Master Jesus. Thank you, Isis. Thank you, High Priestess and Empress Energy, angels, Archangel Haniel, all of you. Thank you for being here and guiding us. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting us through this message here. And all of you, please enjoy. Know that my heart is with you, and I'm here always until I'm guided otherwise. And until we meet again, go with God, go with love. Namaste.